And good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, from the fight capital of the world, Atlantic City, New Jersey. And for our first fight of the evening, it's a 7-round FFKA welterweight regional title. And our fighters are Mark Krebs from Hanover, Pennsylvania, with a record of 7 wins and 4 losses, 6 of those wins by KO. His opponent is Dave Mantor from Port Huron, Michigan, with a record of 14 wins, 5 losses, and 9 KOs. And Jeff, how do you see this fight shaping up?
Well, as we all know, Mark Hollywood Krebs has made a tremendous comeback since his layoff. He's had 3 fights since his layoff. He's had 2 knockouts out of those 3, and he looks like a changed fighter. He has a new goal and a new purpose. He wants to become the champion. His opponent, Dave Mantor, on the other hand, is an excellent kicker. He has, of his 9 knockouts, of his 14 wins, 7 of those have been by knockout with his feet. So he's a tremendous kicker. He has a hit-and-run style. We know Mark Krebs likes to go to the opponent, work inside. He does well against kickers. And one other thing Dave Mantor might have a little problem with, he had to lose 20 pounds from 178 to get down to his fighting weight today in the last 30 days. So that could tell the tale in a 7-round fight. So all things stacked up.
Particularly if it goes a distance, it could be a factor.
If it goes 7 rounds, he could be in trouble.
Well, it sounds as if the crowd is ready for this one, and so are we. So let's go to Lee J. Nelson for the formal introduction of these fighters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tropicana Hotel and Casino in exciting Atlantic City, New Jersey, for an evening of FFKA Full Contact Karate. Tonight's fights are sanctioned by the New Jersey Athletic Control Board, the Honorable Larry Hazard, Commissioner. Our judges for tonight are Marvin Preston, Herb Keach, and Vince Murray. Timekeeper, Bill Hinson. Our fight doctors, Dr. Frank Doggett, Dr. Stanley Eden, and Dr. Charles Wilson. And our referees for tonight, Lorenzo Gold and Paul Kears. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's throw some dynamite. Our first fight of the evening is a 7-round FFKA welterweight regional title bout. Introducing in the red corner, with a record of 7 wins, 4 losses, 6 of his wins by knockout. He's 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighed in today at 152 pounds. He's from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Hollywood Krebs. And his opponent in the blue corner, with a record of 14 wins, 5 losses, 9 wins by knockout. He's 6 feet tall and weighed in today at 159 pounds. He's from Port Huron, Michigan. Please welcome in the blue corner, Dave Mantor.
Our referee is Paul Kears as he talks to the fighters at mid-ring. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Basically, it shows Mantor taller, 4 inches taller, longer arm and leg reach. But he's up against Mark Krebs, who is in great shape. He's a hard worker. And as Jeff has said, Mantor had to lose 20 pounds, but he did it over 3 weeks, although he had difficulty making weight today. And we'll see if that is a factor. First round scheduled for 7.
Krebs in the gold pants and Mantor in the black. Just looking at their physique there, you can see that Mark Krebs is in shape. David Mantor, on the other hand, looks a little overweight. Of course, he had to lose some weight to get down here, but just the condition of the fighter doesn't always tell the tale.
Mantor is a slow starter. Krebs will show a lot more movement than he has in the past. He usually comes straight on. He's very popular guy. He's flashy, the fans like him, and he has just taken a shot to the head from Mantor as Mantor tries to set him up with a front kick.
Hollywood said he likes to fight the guys who kick. He likes to fight those kickers. He does better against the kickers than the punchers.
Hollywood has also said he hopes this is a bloodbath. There's one for you.
Well, I guess as long as it's your opponent's blood and not yours.
And Mantor has said, I regret the day I'll look up at the lights. He's never been knocked down. Or knocked out, rather. First round action scheduled for 7. FFKA welterweight regional title bout. Over against the far side of the ring Krebs comes back across, driving Mantor back.
That was a nice defensive footwork there. Hanover, Hollywood Krebs there sidestepped the kick and landed a good body shot.
30 seconds to go in this first round as we count down. Hollywood Krebs from Hanover, Pennsylvania, against the Michigan fighter, Dave Mantor.
Mantor has a good back leg kick. It looks like it has some power. There's a sweep in there by Mantor.
Looked like he tried to sweep that front leg of Krebs, rather. Krebs came back with a front kick to the midsection. Krebs wants to work up and down. Said he wants to work the midsection and the head.
Team Sports.
Mark Krebs from Hanover, Pennsylvania, 26 years of age. And we swing over to Dave Mantor, 6 feet tall, from Michigan. Lost over 20 pounds, 14-5. Slow starter, never been knocked down. Let's see if he can come on. Paul Kears signals the start of round 2. Here we go. Krebs will try to use more lateral movement. He just then tried to do it. Throws a jab and receives a kick from Mantor.
Nice defensive work, getting underneath that kick. He's been working on not only the lateral motion, but how to cut down the ring on his opponent, which if you've got a fighter who's moving, it is very important to be able to cut him down.
Krebs landing a right jab and receives a counter punch. Mantor looks to be a little bit out of shape. Receives a right hand to the jaw from Krebs. Krebs trying to work the body, trying to get inside now. Let's see if he can work the midsection. Counter punch from Mantor. Mantor another left.
They're exchanging here. Mantor said he didn't like to exchange like that. He liked to move and go in and out. So it looks like Mark Krebs is making him fight to his game plan.
1 minute to go in round 2, scheduled for 7. Mantor has also said, Jeff, that he kicks too much. He said, I kick too much. I have to cut the kicking down. But right now, the kicking seems to be working for him.
Well, you notice when he was throwing his reverse kicks, when he's turning around, Hollywood was getting inside every time he did that and punishing him with a few kicks, with a few punches himself. So he's got to be careful on those.
30 seconds to go in the second round as they exchange against the ropes. Mantor takes a combo to the face.
That's not where Mantor wants to be against those ropes. He has to be out in the middle of that ring, moving around, working his in and out style that he's used before.
A kick to the head from Mantor.
Every time Mantor throws a kick, Krebs is punishing him. He's stepping inside and punching him right back.
And we come down to the end of round 2. Well, there you have it. As Mantor sits down, seems to be a little tired. But this is a tough sport. Kicking and punching at the same time is not easy, folks, in case you're new to the sport. Hollywood Krebs, Mark Krebs, over in his corner with a slight edge, unofficially, I think. And notice now, everybody working a corner must have rubber gloves these days. They all wear rubber gloves. Julio Alvarez and Krebs's corner. And let's go back and look, Jeff.
The slow motion action here, you see Krebs keeping the pressure on him. That's right after Mantor tried to kick, and then Krebs is getting right on him and punishing him. If he does that, Mantor's going to have trouble in the rest of this fight.
Round 3 scheduled for 7. Dave Mantor from Michigan with the reach advantage, and Krebs takes a kick to the face as we begin the round.
He stepped in, the referee stepped in because Krebs touched his glove to the floor. He looked like a slip down, and he is allowed to come back up before he hits him.
Mantor is the winner of the tough guy competition in Michigan. He's been around. He's a tough customer. Krebs is too. Krebs is no slouch. And here he comes with a midsection kick. Mantor back with a midsection kick. Side kick hit Krebs in the kidneys in the back.
Now you see Krebs working him in the body. That's where he wants him. because he knows Mantor's at a disadvantage when he has to use those hands. It takes a lot more energy, Dick, to use those kicks and those hands. And when you're not in the best of shape and having to lose a lot of weight, that being Mantor's style, that could give him some serious problems here.
1 minute to go in round 3 as Paul Kears gives a standing 8 count. No, he didn't.
I think he was giving him a warning.
It was a warning. It was a warning.
He's getting his kicks up. I think he caught Krebs a little low on that last kick.
You can't kick below the belt.
There, Krebs goes punishing him again. As soon as Mantor tries to land that round kick, Krebs steps in there and punches him.
That was a very good counter by Krebs. Mantor trying to come on with 30 seconds to go in the 3rd round. Mantor looks tired, and it may be because of that weight loss.
Referee warning him for holding.
Good hand, right hand by Krebs. Very nice. Left hand by Krebs over here against the ropes. A right cross by Krebs with 10 seconds to go and counting down here in round 3. Let's take a look again.
Here he goes. There he's stepping inside of that round kick and unloads a couple punches, and then he gets right on him. See, once you get inside, you don't want to have to go back outside because you have to work to get back in there again.
A lot of skill involved in this sport, and you have to be in tremendous condition. Mantor in the blue